Hello everybody, Daniel here. I am now using Audacity to record the audio, so hopefully the stereo horrible mess won't be the same issue this time around. And you know how we were saying that gear in the previous episode was really hard to find? Ta-da! It's there. If you were looking for an epic fetch quest, that was not what you were looking for. So let's head back and inevitably put the gear back. We could sell it on eBay, but I don't think we'd get a lot for it. By the looks of it, it was pretty rusty, and I can't see much of a use for it. Maybe it'd be an old-fashioned steering wheel. But anyway, let's get back and hand it in, because at the end of the day we want to go to that Colosseum because shenanigans appears to be going on, and obviously we can't get in there to do anything if it's not working. So let's return back to the shack with Old Man Musical. And my word, Duking's back. I wonder what he's doing. I didn't know he could even move from his chair. He could have been glued to it for all I knew. Anyway, he's asking actually for the welfare of Old Man Sings a Lot. So maybe he does have a heart. We don't know. I'm not convinced yet, to be honest. I mean, look at him, big, beefy, probably all brawn, no brains for my liking. But only time will tell. He seems to be a bit confused that we're here. Likewise, vice versa. Yes, we have found the gear. He's not that. I'd love to know where in the backpack we'd be hiding this gear. I mean, it was about as big as our avatar, so how that works I have no idea. But let's get the gear back into place so we can get on with the plot, shall we? We have to put it back, apparently. They don't take it from us, and apparently we know all that stuff about mechanics. We did our A-levels. Ta-da! All done. Absolutely, that was really difficult, because you know, they couldn't have just got replacement gear or anything. That looks like a really high-tech piece of kit, doesn't it? Anyway, the windmill gets going again, although how on earth that powers the Colosseum is beyond me, but Pokemon logic, shouldn't ask. Logistics, meh. So now we get to go there, I suspect. He can tell we're a man of courage on a... Oh, I suppose we better help you for sake of argument. Yeah, he wants us to enter the next Colosseum battle. Well, we were going to do that anyway. I mean, the point of most Pokemon games is to battle everybody and win. You know, other than just that generic happy moral of the story style happiness and joy. These obviously been the games where joy and happiness are not quite as prominent as they are in normal Pokemon games. But anyway, we'll go to the Colosseum, not because he asked us, but because we're vain and egotistical and want to show how good we are. So now we're in the Colosseum, and hopefully we should be able to get into the Colosseum battles. Now actually, this is a game where most of your healing is not actually done by a Joy at a Pokemon Center, but instead you have to do it yourself, you know, because they just go, "Here, can't be asked for that." It's not too difficult to put 6 Pokeballs in. But now I'm going to let the music play, because these battles are incredibly generic and incredibly boring. So back in a bit. welcome back. There was no point me doing that at the way I was going to, otherwise, you know, me talking through it, because the battles are ridiculously easy, and as a result, I might as well instead have just talked to you about it instead. I mean, the battles really, really not difficult. Anybody can do them. Anyway, you got some money and a TM for achieving that set of victories, and the TM is Toxic, which is actually quite a good TM, so, you know, although I'm not going to use that for probably quite a while, and it's not particularly useful for snagging Pokemon because obviously the damage goes up as time goes by, it's a very useful battle move competitively, in particular, although obviously you're probably not going to be likely getting your TMs from here, so why I'm telling you that I don't know. Anyway, I'll save because I don't want to do that again in case we have a problem. And now we get to run away because, well, I don't know. There's nothing else for us to do there, so we might as well retreat back and see what's what. And, you know, report maybe to Duke King about what's going on. That'd be a good idea. But that guy's in the way! Apparently, we're going to, are we going to get a gorgeous gift? Woo! Snazzy stuff. We better go there. And, oh, he's taken us to a deceptively dodgy looking building. And we better walk very slowly in single file across that room to see what's what. Their uniforms look a bit suspect, especially those heels are shocking. Yeah, we're the challenge champions. We're fantastically brilliant because we could beat Pokemon that were considerably crap. Alliteration's awesomeness. Yeah, we are quite the charmer. Yeah, that's quite a common trend actually, mentioned in the chat there, that muscle men are very, very common in this region. Oh no, we've been spotted as the good/bad guys, depending on which angle you look at. And inevitably we're going to get into a battle, aren't we, because they're going to try and kick us out of the building. So let's get into another battle, and let's speed it up a bit because it takes ages. Cypher Pion Norre, or Nor. Is he trying to be Norm? I don't know, maybe he spoke his own name up. But anyway. He has a shadow Pokemon, as told by Yucky Lady there, and unfortunately it's not the Pineco, but instead it's a Yanma, and Yanma in this game is rubbish because it can't evolve. If it could evolve into Yanmega, I would recommend it very highly, but in this game it cannot. And as a result, its stats are pretty poor, its move pool is not particularly brilliant, although it does get access to Hypnosis, I believe, if you want a sleep inducer to catch Pokemon with. But overall, it's very poor. At least, like I said, you can at least status affect your opponents, and you can probably go first. But that probably makes it sound really good. It's not as deceptive. Bug Flying's a horrible typing, even in a game like this. I would give it at least though 2.5, maybe 3 out of 5. It's not shockingly bad, but there are several better Pokemon that you can have instead. There are better flying types to come, that is for sure. But let's try and catch it. Like I said in the first section of this game, in the first part, I want to try and catch every Pokemon. As a result, restarts will probably inevitably happen several times. I think they've happened twice already. To my knowledge, I think it's only twice. It will probably end up at least 20 by the time this game is finished. Probably more, to be brutally honest with you. But unfortunately, Hyper Mode is really being a pain in the arse, and as a result, it is taking a lot longer than necessary. Pineco is also a defensive bastard, so everything's taking a wee while. At least he's only got an Incarder as well. He's a bit of a bug type trainer, if you notice there. Unfortunately, most bugs are rubbish. Obviously there are exceptions, the Scyther family and Heracross and Pinsir come to mind, but by and large bug types are really quite poor. They'll give you 1,000,000 cool points, but minus 1,000,000 pro points. As proven by the Incarder being wiped out in one hit. And there's another bug, can you believe it? No, I'm as surprised as you are, i.e. not at all. Anyway, the Surskit is getting on my tits because it's taking ages, even at double speed. Ah, they're so frustratingly slow to capture, especially in 3D games. Anyway, we've caught it now, and hopefully that'll be the last time we ever see it. And we've been identified. Rubbish. I do wish, actually, on a slight side note, there was another water bug type, you know, a full tree of water bugs, because obviously when Surskit evolves it loses its part water type. There should be a bug water type. just in the comment section, actually, is there any type combination that you wish there was that there isn't? Or maybe there is a type that already exists but you want more of them? Put in the comments what types you want to see. Obviously, Game Freak eventually went with types that had no weaknesses, as you saw in the 3rd generation. In this generation, in fact, with Sableye, and they brought another one up in the form of Spiritomb. There are possible other combinations that are similar, but let's say, put in the comments what types you like. Anyway, Duking's here now, and he seems very pissed off. How he got in here, I don't even know. Oh, he's taken the Pokemon as a prisoner. That's why Duking is such a crabby bastard. We better go and get it. Maybe that way it'll be some help to us. Or not, maybe it's just because we have to get on with the plot by doing it, but only one way to find out. Let's go beat up that afro-wearing douchebag and get this Plusle back. Yeah, go on then. Let's roll. But I think actually we'll roll in the next part to do that, but let's get through this conversation first. He has no choice but to depend on us because apparently he's unable to get another Pokemon. Remember, you can't catch wild Pokemon in this game and he runs away like Wario, so... says it all, really. There's an iron file, we'll quickly pick this up. Iron files obviously just like helpful things over it that I'm already telling you, but if you're playing this game and you don't care what I'm saying, which I don't blame you, frankly, they will help you with things that are generic about the game that are a bit surprising compared to other ones, i.e. game tips and sections that are unique to XD and Colosseum. It's just explaining to you about hyper mode. You can't use items while someone's hyper, you can call it to make it not hyper. It's not difficult. Anyway, I will talk to you all later. Oh no, actually. Go on, we'll have another battle. That punk's there. Little boy Pike, he's named after a fish. Hopefully he'll make like a fish and swim away from us. Although I don't understand why his name is Pike. I thought that would be a put on some water types, and he's got 2 flying types. Letters on the postcard for why that makes sense. But anyway, we'll quickly beat these birds up because they're rubbish. And then we shall end the video nice and sweetly so we can get on with much more interesting things. Look at the damage that did. For example. The reason I'm doing this, frankly, is because A, you have to, and B, the experience is very much necessary in a game where grinding is pretty much impossible. So you need to make the most of it while you can. Anyway, that's that battle done. We'll end up getting a penny farthing or something pathetically small in cash for our victory. Could have learned Swift there. I've decided not to because Swift is rubbish and Return is considerably better in terms of power, although they're both physical, so that's bad anyway. He needs to level up some more. I've done enough talking now. Ta-ra!